Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about MrBeast's continued controversy with the whole Lunchlys brand that he has unveiled alongside Logan Paul and KSI. So if you haven't heard about it somehow yet, basically, like I said, Logan Paul, KSI, and MrBeast have all teamed up as a trio on a new Lunchables competitor product called Lunchlys. Now basically, these are just pre-packaged meals, pretty similar to what a Lunchable is for like a kid's lunchbox or whatever, you know, or just like a stoner's favorite thing to keep stacked in the fridge. Basically, it's like, you know, the little pizza kits or like the little nacho platters or whatever that come with the drink and a candy bar or whatever, right? Like a Lunchlys will come with the food, it'll come with a little bottle of the Prime, the little drink, and then it also come with like the MrBeast Feastables candy bar or whatever. So they launched this product about a month and a half ago, something like that, and it was extremely controversial, even off the rip. Now, obviously, all three of the people who are basically attached to the product, they've been pretty controversial figures, right? I mean, MrBeast has been in like half a dozen controversies this year alone. And so there was a lot of shit getting thrown their way. Oh, they're creating unhealthy food. They're selling it to children. They're marketing it like it's healthy. There was this huge debate about it, right? Where it's like, oh, are they just grifting? Is this a scam? Is it real? What really is the deal here? Well, anyway, now the issue with Lunchlys is that now that it's out and it's officially in stores and people can try it, there's been a lot of people clamoring to, like, you know, film reviews on it or like film themselves eating it for videos. You know how that shit goes, right? Now, one of these people who basically like was filming themselves doing a reaction to the whole Lunchlys thing, like trying them out or whatever, she goes by the name Rosanna Pansino online. Now, she's been basically cooking the Lunchlys brand because of all this, and I think that's where this all really popped off at, but she filmed a video where she like unboxed Lunchlys next to Lunchables in the same video, and like the first Lunchlys that she opened up just straight up had mold in the cheese, right?
These are molded.
They're supposed to be good till December, and they've been in the fridge.
These are, okay, so these ones are supposed to be good until December, and we just got them from the store. They're supposed to be good, it says used by December 8th, 2024, and they're...
Today's date say October 16th.
Okay, and today's date is October...
16th.
Yeah, and today's date is October 16th.
So obviously when this all hit the internet, this just kind of fueled the flames even more. I mean, people were already, like I said, shitting on Lunchlys, calling it a bad product, saying it's unhealthy, shitting on the people who made it and whatnot. But after this came out, right, a lot more shit kicked up. Because now it's not just a, oh, you know, there's too much sodium in this meal or whatever, right, that people were saying. Now it's, hey, this meal being marketed to children as like a healthy alternative or whatever. People are unboxing it and there's fucking mold in the food. Now, I shouldn't have to explain to anybody why there being mold in your food is a really, really bad thing. You know, there's a lot of illnesses and problems that eating mold can cause. I mean, it's fucking disgusting in the first place. Even if you bar any sort of health impact, that's just fucking nasty. And it basically just means that either like the Lunchlys themselves weren't properly refrigerated, or maybe the packaging was compromised and it wasn't airtight and it let mold fester. I'm pretty sure Lunchlys markets itself as like a non-preservative kind of thing, like a, oh, this is the healthy alternative, no preservatives, all that shit. That may have contributed to it. Obviously, preservatives help prevent shit like this, and that's realistically why a lot of this shit is added to food. But I mean, it just created a huge fucking storm, right? Because I mean, people were already mad and talking about how they were falsely marketing this as like a healthy meal for children. But obviously with a health concern like mold in the food, that takes it to a whole different degree. It's not just a, oh, you know, kids shouldn't be eating and drinking sugar or sodium like this. Now it's a, oh, well, what if a child eats a fucking Lunchlys pizza and then ends up like Mr. Krabs in that one SpongeBob episode where they're rolling his ass into the hospital and then down the side of the hill and shit, right? I mean, just kind of a scary thought, right? Because this is like a pre-packaged, pre-processed meal. If you're a parent and your kid's like, Mom, I want Lunchlys, you're gonna go to the store, you're gonna get like 5 or 6 of these for their fucking lunchbox or whatever for school, and you're just gonna ship them out the door with this every day, right? Just with the box, you know? You're not gonna inspect the food fucking piece of cheese by piece of cheese to see if there's any problem with the food. You're just going to take it as a, oh, well, it obviously is safe or whatever. And children, obviously, they don't really know what the fuck they're doing half the time, you know? Kids swallow Lego blocks and fucking all kinds of stuff. I mean, when I was a kid, we were outside eating fucking random leaves off the trees and shit, and random berries off the bushes with no concerns about whether or not they were poisonous or anything, right? We drank fucking hose water. We did all kinds of shit we weren't supposed to be doing, but that's just what kids do. They're fucking curious. They try shit they shouldn't try doing, and even like when it comes to this, they probably don't know what mold contamination in food really looks like, right? So it's just kind of a scary thought, right? Like, what if this got into the wrong hands? Well, thankfully it didn't, but of course, you know, like Lunchlys and all these guys, they had to make a statement because this is a pretty big controversy. Now, Lunchlys appears to have accused Rosanna Pansino of falsifying the information that when she opened a Lunchlys on video, there was mold contamination in the food. So I guess their accusation is based, like, I don't know, somehow she falsely opened the shit and had already pre-inserted mold or like mold lookalike or whatever in it. And people, like, you know, I think believed her, and I believed her because, I mean, if you like make up fake shit like that, I feel like you're opening yourself up to a lawsuit. Pretty stupid thing to do. But obviously she also uploaded an unedited clip where it shows her opening all of the shit up for the first time, and it's pretty clear there's no cuts or anything, and it's pretty clear that this shit's all getting opened up for the first time. Well, not only that, but this concern was seemingly even proven further to be true when other people started posting to social media that their Lunchlys meals also had mold. So this picture, I guess, is coming from a streamer by the name A Spicy Cow, and I guess they were trying to like disprove Rosanna Pansino's video about Lunchlys. I guess they thought like, oh, there's no way that this shit has mold in it or whatever. So, you know, they went to the store, they got their fucking Lunchlys or whatever, and then they also found mold in their Lunchlys meal. Now, it is possible that it was just some miraculous coincidence that this person also got mold or whatever, but I think it's a pretty concerning ordeal, right? When even the people who are trying to defend MrBeast, trying to defend Logan Paul, trying to defend KSI, trying to defend Lunchlys, saying that, oh yeah, all this mold shit is fake. It's pretty concerning that even when they go to their own individual store to get it, they also get mold, right? And you gotta think too, right? Like, I don't know the actual geographical distance between Rosanna Pansino and A Spicy Cow, but I mean, it's possible, for instance, that like Rosanna Pansino lives in like fucking Oregon, while A Spicy Cow lives in like Vermont, so like on opposite ends of the country or whatever, right? So this may not just be like a regional or a geographical issue where only some Lunchlys in some areas were affected. This might be like a straight up national fucking problem where like Lunchlys that were shipped out anywhere could be susceptible to this. And the thing is even more people are now coming out on social media and showing these pictures and showing these videos of, yeah, I went to the store and I got a Lunchlys and there was mold in the cheese and whatnot, right? So this is a pretty big fucking problem. I mean, not even just because of the marketing, but because of the problem, you know? Like, I just made a video the other day, right, talking about how at McDonald's there was this big contamination issue where they were worried about, like, you know, the slivered onions, I'm pretty sure, or like the beef, because there's like a current E. coli outbreak going on where people ate quarter pounders at their restaurants in like a dozen states and ended up getting fucking E. coli, and somebody has already died. There was a child hospitalized. Dozens of people have been infected, right? Like, this is a real concern, you know? It isn't just like, oh, what if one kid eats this? If this is this big of a problem that people are just fucking finding this mold and whatnot pretty much no matter where they're at, where they go and they get Lunchlys, like, that is a systemic problem with how the product is being produced or how it's being held or shipped or something. And now there's a lot of rumors swirling that Lunchlys may have been recalled, okay? Because there's been a lot of, like, you know, social media people coming out like, oh, I work at this insert supermarket or grocery store chain. We had Lunchlys stocked the last day I was in. I came in today, and now there's no more Lunchlys on the shelves. It's just Lunchables and whatever, right? And so people are all scratching their head like, well, what the fuck's going on? Like, is Lunchlys getting recalled? What's going on here? Now, obviously, I kind of hope that's the case, because if, once again, so many people are dealing with this problem, and it's not just like one isolated case or whatever that could have been faked, could have not been, it's just suicide for the brand of Lunchlys. I mean, it's been out for what, a fucking month? Now, like Lunchables, for instance, I'm pretty sure they got hit in like California a couple years ago for having like lead in the food or some shit. That was, you know, like decades basically of that brand existing and then that happening or whatever. That issue, right? So I feel like Lunchables probably walked out of that one. I don't want to say unscathed, but you know, they didn't get killed over it. But like I said, Lunchlys is a brand new product and people were already extremely skeptical about what was going on with it, basically like what the product was. Then you got all this marketing like, oh, this is the healthy alternative. You know, this is the healthy alternative that kids need. It's really nutritious and it's decent, right? We're using good ingredients here, guys. It's basically like if you have a car company and like the whole marketing and advertising or whatever around your brand is, you know, oh, well, our Optimus cars, they're the safest car on the road. They're the safest alternative. They're the best thing you can drive. Then it turns out that 50,000 people who buy the car watch the wheels fall off like the fucking Flintstones or something, and they die in a horrible fucking fire or something. There would be some pretty big brand drawback from that, right? There'd be some big problems from all of that situation. And it's just really the same thing here. I mean, you know, MrBeast and KSI and Logan Paul, they've been on this massive sweep tour for Lunchlys. Oh, it's safe, it's healthy, it's great. We're not fucking scamming people or lying to people. And then this happens. Just not a great look, man. So as people continue to investigate like what the fuck is going on, is Lunchlys getting recalled and whatnot, it seems like more and more people are coming out and talking about this shit. Oh, you know, this is what's going on with it, right? Now, I assume this problem will probably be fixed in the production, right? I mean, you got to think like with MrBeast's Feastables candy, like when he first started it, he was marketing it as like, compared to the other chocolates, we're using premium ingredients and it's better for you and stuff like that, right? But then, you know, as the brand kind of became more normalized, they then started switching up the formula and adding in the ingredients that they were dissing and like that all the other chocolate companies use and shit. That's pretty much been like the train of thought that really goes for products like this with MrBeast and whatnot. Now, I'm not outright saying that they're gonna switch to a preservative-laden fucking, you know, formula or whatever here, right? But I do have to imagine that whatever compromise they have to make sure that Lunchlys is not just a fucking mold growth simulator every time you buy it, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to take it, whether they want to or not. But I mean, it's just kind of ironic and I don't want to say it's funny because like people could have gotten sick, but it's almost comical in the fact that like they did all of this sweeping and all of this fucking touring and whatnot. Oh, they're healthy, they're great, they're a good alternative. And then this shit happens like right out of the gate, you know? You really can't write it or make it better than that, you know? It's almost like a sitcom kind of situation. So anyway, just wanted to update you guys on this one. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, liking my cheese drippy and moldy, and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs. For $10 a month, you get access to loads of exclusive videos and archived live streams, my members only Minecraft server where you can possibly appear in gameplay, early access to all new uploads, an invitation to the private Discord, and much more.